The man on the motorbike in front of you was Rikard Gustafsson, or as we say in Sweden, Rikard Gustafsson. He was one of the world's best drag racing motorcycle drivers, top fuel bike. And he was also my motorcycle mechanic. This is a personal tribute to honor Rickard. He passed away yesterday. And today I have been in shock all day. I'll take it from the beginning. All my life I've been interested in motorbikes, and I started telling my parents when I was 16 years old that I wanted to buy a motorcycle. They didn't think that was a good idea, so it didn't happen. So I put that motorcycle desire back in my head and carried it with me for a long time. I got children and work and so on, so it wasn't the right time to buy a motorcycle. So I waited until I was 48 years old in 2020. Then I decided to get my motorcycle driving license and to buy motorcycles. I did that. I bought 2 motorcycles at once, and then I bought a third a couple of years later. At the time, in 2020, I had my own business, a home caring business. We helped elderly people with stuff they couldn't do themselves anymore. And one of our customers used to ride motorcycles some years before he got sick, and when I told him that I have bought motorcycles and I'm going to get my driving license for motorbikes, then we started to talk about that, and I asked him, where did you leave your bike for service and maintenance? And then he told me that he used to leave his bike at Rickard's place, and this is the place he was talking about. RG Engineering, Rikard Gustafsson Engineering, motorcycle service. So I went there to talk to him and ask him if he could take care of my motorcycles, to service them and so on. And the first time I visited his shop, I went inside and he was talking to somebody else, so I just looked around and I saw a lot of trophies, prizes from competitions, and I didn't know about Rickard at the time. So, and there were a lot of trophies. I mean, a lot. So when I started to talk to Rickard, I asked him about all these trophies because I'm interested in a man who has that many trophies, and he told me. And then I asked more, and I saw his bike, and he managed his bike himself, so it was into pieces when I saw it, and then he built it up again, and then he races, and then he takes it down, and I rebuild it. I'm not an expert, but that was what he told me. So we talked a lot about that. I was interested in his competitions and so on, and I realized that this is a real champion. And at the time of his passing yesterday, he had the European record. He has been European champion 6 times. I mean, it's incredible, you know. And there I am, standing there talking to him like there's nothing special about it. And he was so calm, so cool, extremely cool. And he told me that he's working with his shop to service a lot of bikes, and all the money he makes goes into his hobby of drag racing, motorcycle drag racing, because it's expensive, of course. And a person who does something like that, I'm very impressed by that kind of persons. To live their life just as they want, and to put time and money, a lot of time and money into it, just because they want to, and they just do it. That impresses me a lot. So I immediately got impressed by Rickard. And then I started to service my bikes at his place, 3 bikes. So I was there several times a year, and I became a customer that was in his shop often. And so he helped me not only with bikes, he helped me with my son's moped and to service that one. And we planned for the coming winter that he would serve my jet ski that I recently bought, and to keep it at his place during the winter as well. So we had a lot of business together. And every time I was at his place, we started to talk. And we kept on talking for half an hour, 1 hour, every time I was there. I felt a connection with him because I'm also a person that I like to do it my way. I like to live my life as I want. And there I was with Rickard, who really lives his life as he wants. So I immediately felt a connection to him. We are at the same age as well, so every time I was there, we talked and we talked. Even when he was busy, he wanted to talk. So we got to know each other, and I asked him about his racing and the competitions ahead and the competitions that he recently had done, and he asked me about my life. I live a life without working since 5 years back, and I invest in stocks. So we talked about the stock market and things like that, and of course his racing, as I told you. But then that was just that was not it, really, because Rickard and I, we were talking not only about those concrete things like the racing and the stock market and so on. We started to talk more about life, how you can live your life and how you can't live your life, and if you live your life in one certain way, then maybe you have to do to sacrifice stuff along the way because you're so into one thing that you maybe have to sacrifice other things. So we talked a lot about life. That's why we talked so much. So we got to know each other really well. And I was devastated earlier today. I still am, to hear about his passing. I will really miss him. Not as a motorcycle mechanic. Well, that as well, of course, he was very good at it, but I will miss him more like a person, like an individual. He was very special to me. Very special. And I really admired him. I was impressed by him and he inspired me. I really love those kind of people that, like Rickard, they do their thing. And they do it 100%. It's really impressive, I think. I don't get impressed by a lot of people. But I got really impressed by Rickard. His performances on the racetrack, of course. His way of being so cool. But mostly as an individual, his way of looking at life and living his life. That was the main thing. And that was also the main thing we talked about every time we saw each other. I visited him. The last time was about 1 month ago. And I asked him what kind of competitions he will be doing this season, and he told me about that, and he also told me about some events that was not competitions, just to show the bike for people. And that was what happened yesterday. It was a corporation that had some kind of event, and he was there to show his bike and to do a burnout, just to drive very, very short distance. But something went wrong and he drove all the distance and collided with a building. I don't know what happened exactly, why it happened, but it did happen. I'm very sad about it. But this is not about me. This is about Rickard. So I want to honor him and the way he lived his life. And I do as I usually do. I raise my cup of coffee. This time to Rickard. Cheers, Rickard. I will really miss you. Thanks for this time.